everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Darla Lucian, I'm Darla Lucian Studios, and today we are going to use up an old paper bag and make a little quad pocket. But before we get going, I am going to ask you to hit the like button. Thank you for all you have subscribed. I appreciate it so much. Hit the notification bell as well, and that way you will be notified the minute the videos are up and live. Comment. I love chatting with you guys, so definitely leave me some comments. I'd like to see if you guys have made anything like this, and share with other crafty people, and let's keep this inspiration rolling. Okay, so here we are. Oh, this is gonna fall over. Let's just fix that for right now. Don't want things falling. All right, so I'm just gonna give you a quick show of what we're gonna make here. So what it is a paper bag that has been made into a quad pocket, so 4 pockets. So one on this side, one on this side, and then these 2 here in the middle. So easy. I love how crinkly it is. So there's a picture on the front, there's a picture on the back of this one, and you could put your hand all the way through if you wanted to. And so this could go right in a signature, being sewn right into a journal, or you could just leave it like this and tuck it in. And so this one has a paper clip that's been altered with an antique, not an antique, but a vintage button. It's not quite as old as all that, but it is old enough. So this other one, again, has its altered paper clip with a vintage button on there. I think that's a coat button. It's a nice burgundy color. I don't know if that totally translates. And it has a little definition on front. There's nothing on the back, that's just plain, so you could actually use it for writing space if you wanted. And it could tuck again into a journal, or it could be put right into a signature. So this one didn't have the book page on the inside. This one is lined with book page, and it has the 2 pockets here. So you can see inside, and there's 1 pocket, 2 pockets, 3 pockets, and 4 pockets. So that is, you got the lay of the landscape, where we're going. I am going to clip these off to the side. Awesome. All right, so the first thing we need to do is to get our bag prepared. Now what we need is, we need to be able to access this end, not just this end. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut on this fold line. Handy dandy little scissors. We're going to cut through both layers right there. Come on, work with me here. Alright, so we're going to save this fun little piece to do something else with. I'm not sure what, but waste not, want not. I'm sure we'll come up with the use. Alright, so then this side already has a kind of like a thumb hole, but it is really floppy. Oh, and we do need to open this up. Sorry, I should have done that first. I think I'm going to cut this end smooth, and then we're going to try making a new thumb hole. I think that will be easiest. So let's just see what we got going on here. Just slice off a little tiny bit there. And again, we can probably stamp on that or something. Alright, so the fun, oops, get in there. Alright, so the fun part of this is that we can fold this part up, and that's how we got the pockets here in the middle, right? And so then this folds this way. Following me so far? Does that make sense? So cut off the end, both ends actually, trim things even, open it up, lay it so it's 2-ply flat, fold up however big of a pocket you want, and then fold it in half. And so, oh, interesting, that's pushing out, so maybe I didn't cut so evenly here. Well, that's not hard to fix. Just trim it even to this
the cut on this side because I know this side is squared because we use the paper trimmer, which I probably should have done for this. Hindsight's 20/20 on that one, I guess. Alright. It's been a while since I made those other ones, so I am just trying to figure out how I did it exactly. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, I think, is put thumb holes in. But I want to reinforce these sides first. And so I'm going to use a little bit of scrap. This is from a file folder cutoff. And so I'm going to use that to just reinforce the pocket, actually. No, it's not going to work that way. I was thinking, can I go around the whole circle of the pocket? But that is not going to do it. Okay. So what I want to do is I want it to be just inside the pocket, and it doesn't matter if it goes all the way to the bottom or not, but we'll just kind of make it do that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to bring my book guts over here. I'm going to use as my glue pad. Now, whatever happened to my glue? Here, we're going to try the magic glue stick here. So we're going to get those sides tucked right in. So I'm going to put glue on the top, and then I'm going to keep the glue side up. Tuck this in right at the edge, because I am going to cut a thumb hole, and I'm going to cut a thumb hole right through that part. And we'll do that again for the other side, because I don't think I did that on the first two, and I think that this will just help a little bit. Oh, let's get right in there, right at the edge. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now I want to cut a thumb hole out, and it's just easiest to use some kind of a circle or something to make your thumb hole with. And I just happen to have my little painty jar here. I think I'll just use this. So I'm just going to put this here, grab a pencil, and make a thumb hole shape. Gunk. There's a good one. Alright, and then on this side too. I'm going to make a little thumb hole shape. It's about the same, give or take. Alright, so now I'm going to cut those out. Again, this is way easier to cut out right now at the beginning, where you can open this whole thing up and get your hand right in there. That'll be so good. It's so good. Okay. I'm going to come from this other side now just to finish off my shape, because sometimes it's hard to just come back out. There. And on this side, again. Trying to keep the pencil so that it's actually going to be the part that's cut off. There we go. Alright. I think I have an eraser somewhere, but I do not know where that disappeared now. Oh well, that's okay. Alright, so next up is gluing on our little collage pieces. Remember, we're going to use some of the, you might have remembered this from a different video, some of these little bitty bits. We're going to do a collage in here all the way down to approximately here. Might as well just draw this line. So we'll go past that line, and then we'll know we're good. Alright, let's get this on. So these ones are just pieces of book page, both modern and vintage books. And then I tore them, shredded them up, and inked the edges so that there's some definition there. Oh, this is really torn up here. Alright. I'm going to just change my paper here, because my mat is totally destroyed from cutting and punching and gluing and stamping. So that's the, like I was saying, that's the guts from some of the journals I've made with the covers from other books. This part doesn't take too long at all. It is awfully quick. And because these parts are already prepped, that also helps quite a lot. So I do see that it seems to be not very mixed up, and that I'm getting a lot of the same kind of font. So I'm just going to dig a little and see what else we have. Collaging. It's just so much fun. Alright, so that's good there. It's not quite the right size for there. Maybe that one would be. I'm going to take off this corner just a little bit to make it fit better. Okay. Maybe I'll use this little bit right in between here. We need a little something there. Will that fit there? Sure. What else do we have? Oh, that's a nice big one. Is that going to help me out right there? How about that way? That way? Let's put it more in the middle. And then everything can come over top of it because it's so big. There we go. Alright, so we need kind of a triangle-y piece for there. Something like that. Good. So that's how it's coming together. Oh, this is a little bit different font. Hey, this is good. Let's try putting that there. And we'll just tear off the top bit. That goes over. Alright, so I'm going to tear off that little bit there. And you know what? Oh, it's the wrong way. We'll try it right here. Why not? Okay. Okay, I'm going to need a new spot on my glue book here. Okay. So this side's pretty good. That one needs to be glued down. Something more over there. Now we need something in the middle. can go there. It's not quite the right size for there. Or there. Oh, that works right there. Good. It goes pretty quick when you have a few things prepped ahead. And having that bunch of book pages with the corners already prepped definitely is helpful. All right. So next is to glue shut this section here of the pocket, and then the same thing on the other side, but we don't want to close this. And then we glue the pocket into position. We don't need to glue it in the center, although you could. Why wouldn't we? Maybe we'll glue it in the center too. All right, so here we go. We're going to glue this part shut. Done. Around and glue here. Good. And then I'm folding that up there. So I'm going to just glue it up on that side, glue it up on that side, and glue it up. You always glue it on the short end, because if you glue it on this side, your chances of actually getting it all in the right spots can be tricky. Alright, so I'm going to get this out of the way here. And I do like how that turned out. Let's get these little bits back in the bucket. Dear Liza, dear Liza, get those in the bucket. Dear Liza, the bucket. Okay. So it's going to be puffy in the center because, of course, we didn't glue the inside of the tube. But the ends, if you take a look, the ends are pretty good. Oh, the ends are coming apart because I moved it. This is tacky glue, so it takes a minute to hold, but once it does, it hangs on pretty good. So we'll just wait for a sec here. All right. Trying to think about what I want where. I was thinking about putting some of this maybe on as a pocket decoration. Okay. So I feel like that would be fine, except we don't need all of this. So let's just take off some of that. Is that enough for both sides? No, I should have measured it if I was going to do that. That could have been. But I like the idea of these flowers here. And then I'll show you something else I discovered in my stash here. Well, let's see here. Where is that other bottom part? Let's try to get this as straight as possible. And then do the same thing on the bottom. Okay. So I was thinking, like this to decorate this pocket, this to decorate this pocket, and then I had, there we are, this little bit. And it could go kind of like there to tie that over. I like that. And then this side is basically ready to go. We might just want to put a word or something on here. These are a bit big. I was thinking about putting one of these on the front maybe. With this maybe. This is vellum. So it makes me think we need a word. We need a word yet. What shall we put there? Sorry, my chair is all squeaky. Alright, so these are some of the stuff that I stamped earlier. Happiness always. That sounds like a nice thing to say. We need to layer that with something. Okay, that's alright. Let's bring out our trusty box of fabric-y scraps. I'm pretty sure I have something in here we could use. Well, there is this piece that has the daisies on, which could be fun. We'll keep that out because heavens knows that may work. Ooh, there's some good yellowy bits here. Oh, and there's some, that's what I was actually after, because that is, that is, this is cheesecloth, and that's what I was thinking of when I was digging in here, because I know it was in here. There's that little bit too. Who knows? I think that might be good. Alright, let's just see what we can do here. Just double checking that we're still going good. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully that's had a chance to kind of hold a little. Maybe on the front with that. Happiness always. A little bit there. Like that. Layered. Layered the other way. 3 things. What if they weren't together? What if it was 2 things and 1 thing? I can tell you right now, I don't like the smooth cut edge. So, and I like that this one was stamped in green on a cream background, because that seems to tie into the cream here and the green there for me. But to tie it in just a little bit more, I think we're going to ink around the edge on this with some ground espresso. Give it a little definition. I think that that will help. Now, tearing the edge really seems to make them absorb ink better. Look at how nice and dark that looks. I'm very happy with how that came together. Alright, so this is fine like this to me. So I am going to put this down. So this is magazine paper. This is a page that, I don't know if it was my daughter or myself, we snagged because we knew it was going to go nice with the fall collection of journals that we wanted to make. You know how it is when you just come across something, you're like, yep, that's the one. Right colors, right subject matter. Let's grab that. It's sort of a relaxing thing to do when you're just hanging out and, you know, maybe watching TV or just chatting or whatever, and you just flip through a magazine and tear out pages. So now I want this to be, I want the words to be square. Alright. So again, some of this is magazine, some of this is from some kind of a coloring book, I think. That definitely feels like it goes. Alright, so then this I'm going to use the tacky glue for, because it is in fact fabric to paper, and I think our best bet is going to be if we use voracious amounts. Alright, so of course some of it's coming through and getting on my fingers, but better that than not sticking at all. Alright, so then oh, that's cute actually. Did you see that on there? I really like how that looked. But this is definitely a this way kind of card. So, on that side maybe. You know how it is when you see something and you're like, oh, that's good. That's going to work. So that's something to tuck in the pocket, I think. Let's ink around the edges on that baby. I'm just going to pop around here. There, yeah, that looks good. And then this one, my daughter, she watercolored this, and I like it. So it's on watercolor paper, so the paper is a little bit different, and it will also really grab the ink well. It's meant to grab color. Maybe I'll pop that on this side. Okay. There's some other little tucky tuck type things that can go in. Alright, so I am going to flip this over rather than close it, because I'm afraid if I close it, this is going to glue onto that. And if it glues onto my desk, I can survive it, but if it glues onto itself, those pages are going to be destroyed. Alright, so then I was thinking either this one, so there's where my cover ends. Maybe I'll just put this here so you kind of can see. There's where my cover ends. So this is the front. So that one maybe, or this one. I'm really feeling the yellow ones, I think. And then what, this behind it? Some of this behind it. It kind of shows through, which is interesting. I'm going to put some of that on. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this off because it's got pen mark on it. Because I didn't want the pen mark on my other project I was working on, obviously. So let's just see what this gives me once I clear that off. Put that there. Pop that on there. This could go up. Then we could put something like our authentic lives. Or we could overlap it like that. That I actually don't mind at all. I think that looks good. Our authentic lives. Now, what about this? Oh, and I like that down the spine. Doesn't that look good? I think we'll leave the back plain again. I don't mind that. I brought some other kinds of stuff just because I wasn't sure what color I wanted to go with. If I wanted to go with this, I wanted to go with more of the reds. But I think I like this. That looks good to me. So I'm going to just ink around the edges of both my words and my image there. You know, I'm going to ink around the paper bag too. The other side, we see more definition because of the book page that's stuck down that's already inked. And I could have inked the edges of the pockets, but they're defined by the magazine pages that I chopped up and put on there. So I think they'll be good. But this, I would like to see with a little bit of definition down there. And then around the edges. I think I will go around the thumb holes inside as well while we're here. And then we'll get to stuff the pockets. How much fun is that? So I'll bring out my journal cards and tags and things and we can take a look. Oh, right. And I want to go inside the thumb holes. Oh, and I might as well go behind the thumb hole too. Inside the thumb hole. Get that out of the way a little. Behind the thumb hole a little bit. There. Okay. Flipping over. Alright, so fabrics, so we're going to do, where are we at here? That goes up there, and down to here, and over to here, and then down to here. And that whole bit in there. This thing is just about empty, but I keep it upside down, so some more keeps coming out until it stops, I guess. I will. Wow. Apparently I'm sticky. Everything grabbed me. On me. Okay. Alright, and now because we're gluing on top of the fabric, I am going to use tacky glue for my magazine. Picture 2. Normally wouldn't need to if I was going paper to paper, but because we're going paper to fabric, let's just make sure it is going to stay. So I'll just outlining the edge and then filling it inside. Yay! Oh, this is so cute. So here's something a little crazy. We are going back and revisiting an old TV series. Have you guys ever done this? Where you've already watched it once? You're like, you know, I think we're going to watch it again. And this time we're watching it with our kids, so I can't remember if there's any bad parts in it. My kids are teens, but still. You know, these things moms think about. Okay, that actually needs a little something right there. Let's do that while we're here. Da, da, da. And then we'll do our authentic lives while we're with the glue. Okay. Oh, I was going to use this vellum, but we didn't really need to, did we? No, I like it without. Yeah, so we're watching Lost. Do you guys remember this? I had forgotten some of the people that were in there. Some of the actors, I really, really like them. I'm like, oh, I forgot you were in here. It was like seeing old friends again. It was kind of fun. Did you ever get that feeling when you come across a actor or actress and you're like, oh, I forgot you were in this? Was this where I first fell in love with you? Maybe. Some of them. Anyway, and it's like kind of weird watching it the second time because it's years later. Like, maybe almost 8 years later? I can't remember how long ago it was. So, it's kind of, it's like, do you remember what happened? Kind of. I kind of remember. Alright, so that's pretty cute. Alright, I'm going to put this down, and then I have another idea. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make this go more to the back than the front. Just because we already got a lot going on the front, and then this will add a little decoration to the back, but also give us a little reinforcement for our spine. So if you want to use it as a little mini journal kind of thing, that can work. But if you wanted to put it in your signature, it also has some strength to manage that too. Alright, so I'm going to overhang this just a little because it is not a straight cut across the top there. Ooh, forget that. I'm going to use a gaming card here. Yuck. That was gross. Okay. Ugh. Now I feel all sticky. I'm going to use fabric shears for this. And fabric shears up here. I'll just make it easier to cut. We'll probably release this bit because it doesn't have much on it. It's not that big. Okay. So that looks really nice. Like that. Okay, so then I had this idea that we might put a butterfly on for one of my stickers. So let's just put that over there so I don't want to stick up my book here. Let's see. What do we want? Something in the yellows, something in the browns, something in the greens maybe. That's not bad. It's huge, but it's not bad. There's one that's smaller. It's the same butterfly, just smaller. Oh, that's better. The other one was too big. Okay, wow. How often is it that you use the very first one you grab? That's pretty slick. Alright. And then I have got to get out my journaling cards and things, and then we can find stuff to fill. So all this stuff I'm just going to put off to the side for now. I know it doesn't really go off to the side, it sort of goes off to the side. Okay. Alright, so journaling cards, and what's the size? Small ones, yeah, that's the one. Alright, so what do we... Whoop! Luda wants to go flying. You behave yourself, you hear me? Alright, so these ones would be kind of medium size, although this one's kind of that size. That's a woven one that we made the other day. Oh, it's perfect. Wow, nice. That's always cool. this one has a sunflower on it. That's kind of cute. Let's tuck that in there. Got some altered library cards. That's good there. Put that in front. Do we need anything else? Something little maybe? These are altered playing cards. Ooh. This one with the lemon. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And this one has 3 as well. So I just want one for here. So let's look at the large ones. Medium and large. I have tons of little ones because, man, I use them in every little corner. And these ones are a mixture of postcards and playing cards and all different kinds of things. None of those are going to work. Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting one. Maybe that one? They're orange and red. Oh. That was a better size, maybe. Okay, but that's the same paper pattern as that one, so that has to come out then. Alright, so that can go in here. And then this one can go up here. And this one, oh, that's so small. That has to go in the other one. Alright. Well, it's really handy when things are made ahead, isn't it? Look at that. It's pretty slick. Alright. Yeah, it's certainly fun. I had a fun time doing these. I just decoupage napkin all over playing cards, different ones, and then once I had a huge stack, then I went and sewed everything. Okay, so maybe 50 different items, not just playing cards, but alright, so I really like how that looks. Oh, I better close up my glue, hey? Alright, and then speaking of having things made ahead, let's put the lid on my book page paper shreds before they fly everywhere. I have made ahead this whole box of their altered paper clips. Most of them have buttons on because that's kind of how I was rolling at the time. Well, let's make sure this is going to be good like that, I think. I want that to be square. Alright. What do we want on here? A yellow one would be nice. Or a goldish one. Or something green. There's a yellow. Yellow. Ooh, this one. And it has a little flower on there. That's the one. Right there. Perfect. Awesome. Well, that was pretty slick, hey? All done. So there you have it. 3 of these quad fold paper bag pockets with a vintage button, altered paper clip on, and stuffed to the gills with all kinds of good stuff. So hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, hit the like, and we will just catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.